minutes, and then I dismissed the alarm.
Uh, uh, so you remember that thing in which I said that someone, like, I promised to do a thing with someone. They ghosted me completely, and I'm actually kind of happy they did because I was so sore last night.
We were supposed to play Space Engineers.
Yeah, that's why I was messaging you actually.
You know, what's funny is I was home last night because I didn't get any sleep yesterday.
Oh gosh,
I just didn't tell anybody.
that's fair.
Yeah, the reason why I didn't hop on was because you said that they told you guys that it was gonna be 7 hours.
Uh, yeah, we left. We just went and paid someone to do that.
Oh. Yeah, I thought you guys were gonna sit there for the 7 hours.
They told us 7 hours and you might not be seen, so we were like, never mind.
I didn't see that part.
I don't think I was incredibly. I thought Here's the thing. I think I made the mistake of thinking that was more obvious that we wouldn't wait 7 hours.
You know what I really want?
What's that?
I really want the day to come where the three of us can all play Total War together.
Well, that is a expensive endeavor.
Yeah. My trade plan didn't work, so now I'm back to gonna have to save up.
Well, to that I say hello and welcome to another exciting adventure of Cyberpunk Law and Order. I've deployed your battle bus, and
I see that.
I didn't remember what the bus model was, but I figured that was close enough.
We'll consider it good enough.
Okay. I think it is pretty close, or exact, but I'm not completely sure. I'd have to look at the maps. I like to thank the person who made the amazing script that automatically analyzes the map file and creates walls and stuff. So to the amazing person who made Universal VTT Importer, thank you so much. You're amazing. Okay. Now that that's over with,
Are these windows? Is that what this other button is? Letting me open the windows?
yeah, you can open windows. The importer automatically, like, so what I'd normally do is I designate it as a transparent wall, but the VTT importer talked with the save file from the map maker and actually like designated where the windows were. So I figured that probably makes things pretty simple. If you want more people with you, feel free.
So, follow-up random thing.
Yeah.
Are there windows all along this building?
There is 2 windows here. There is 2 windows on the left. And there's 1 more window over here.
Okay. I was just asking because you can't see the buttons for those from the outside.
Yeah.
You can't. You also don't feel. You also don't seem to be able to see through them from the outside.
I can.
I can see through the door for some reason, sort of.
Yeah, no, I can see through the windows.
The door has 2 windows next to it.
Oh, that's interesting. I can only see through one of the windows
Hmm.
next to the door.
I can tell someone opened something because like my vision changed of the map.
I played with the door earlier. I played with the door and the window earlier just to see how moving through them worked, how well that was working.
Hmm.
So I was toying with your toys.
That's fair. I'm very happy that most of my enemy models in that house that you were opening the door for are actually mostly kept invisible, except a few. And this makes me happy.
Yeah. I mean, I did see at least one when I was moving around playing with one of the things, but it's not like I went extensively into the house.
Yeah. That's kind of why I have the windows like they are, is to give you more information. I also set the lighting mode to daylight mode, so it just assumes that there is perfect lighting everywhere.
Interesting. So how are things working with my men in the building?
They exchanged some gunfire, and they're just basically sitting in cover.
Okay. I'm just going to pretend like I don't actually have control of them,
That's fair.
because that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense in this instance.
Yeah, I kind of
that
figured
makes-
I could trust you with that one.
Yeah, that would have made more sense if Jackie was actually on the map, right?
Yeah.
And
I
could
kind of
assist
intended them
Jackie.
to be kind of like like how you kind of know about Jackie because they'd be like radioing in about it.
Yeah. But it makes less sense now that Jackie's not here.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. By the way, just to kind of give a heads up, the big bad is in this area.
I'll just zoom out.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, where are we? Okay, in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
behind the blockade.
Yeah.
We can
Essentially.
find our. Is there a building on the top too?
Yes.
Okay. Is that like an actual proper build out building with people in it, or is it just a?
It's a locked building that if you lockpick, you might be able to get around that way. But I assure you, every single building between it and it will also be locked, so it's going to be a lot of continuous lockpicking.
But I'm probably not going to have to worry about random people shooting at me from there.
Yeah.
The focus is on the lower.
Yeah. I intend... so... The idea is the reason this was so cheap was because like a lot of this wasn't fully developed or building kind of stopped mid. So some of these don't have their rooms all like designed out.
I will note, I think every previous Battle Bus iteration has actually been the fully, like, see the interior of the Battle Bus. But that doesn't make a whole lot of sense on this map.
Yeah, I just kind of
Unnecessary
figured
for
that
this map.
you had more people in the battle bus that you could just pull out, basically.
Yeah. We'll assume they're there and pull them if need be.
Yeah.
We don't know the scope of the problem. This isn't we're gonna go murder kids that have jump ropes.
I'm sorry. I did enjoy that a lot more than I probably should have.
Look, we gave them the chance to surrender. They said no. They were executed. I had no obligation to keep them alive. I'm not a police officer. I can't legally arrest those people. I can't legally arrest any of the people that are here now. I have no police support. This is a gang battle, pure and simple.
Well, Jenna is here apparently.
Somewhere.
Yeah, your people can see Jenna. She's over here, where Jackie was supposed to be. I might deploy Officer Bill, but
She was actually outside their starting view range
oh, okay.
because of where the window is.
It may not have auto-populated either, so you might want to move both of those guys left and right a little bit. Oh, I think I may have set the Fog of War up after I placed them, so.
Yeah, so the thing about Jenna is where Jenna is.
Mm-hmm.
Is if you look at the ruler, fuck, I can't ruler that exactly. Let me draw. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
This is a. Oh. I hope you can still see that line because it disappeared under the Fog of War for me. But
I'll just make a ruler.
Yeah, that goes directly through a wall.
Yeah.
The window is here.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't actually see Jenna.
Okay, that's fair.
The funny thing.
I can't
So
necessarily tell what people can see necessarily.
Yeah.
I have theories.
What is this weird cover?
What weird cover?
Oh, I'm just looking at the guys. It must be a wall.
Oh, I can gladly allow me to explain.
I was trying to figure out the weird shape of what cover they were hiding behind.
Yeah, so this is a walkway here.
Alright.
And I just have your people taking cover, maybe doing some return fire or so forth.
Suppressive fire.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what, DK? Everything will be okay. You know why? Because I have the Frank badge.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, I was gonna say it's because I have a grenade launcher.
I mean, I also have the paramedic badge. I'm just obtaining badges that don't exist.
When are you gonna get the Indigo badge?
When I defeat Project Indigo.
Yeah. Or when he becomes a prophecy.
So instead of Pokemon, you just have gang members that you throw into battles, right?
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta run to the bathroom real fast. You guys can go ahead and start.
Okay. It's funny. It's technically the Franklin badge. Never mind. I just think of electricity when I think of the Franklin badge.
Hey, you know what we could do when we leave for Soviet?
What's that?
We could roll for gold.
Sure, go for it.
One of these days, DK is going to have to come up with a consistent system that will determine what I'm actually rolling instead of just randomly coming up with it off the top of his head.
I've mostly come up with a foolproof system. I had designed a system in which you didn't roll anymore, and I just gave you a set amount of money, but I'll let you roll.
Okay. I mean, I don't really care which one you want to do.
I'd actually have to review the tapes to figure out what, and I haven't bothered.
I'm just gonna roll a d10 and let DK figure it out.
All right, go ahead and give yourself $7,000. And we're gonna say that's pure profit. And then I'm gonna have you roll another 1d10. Okay. And give yourself an additional $700. This is passive income from some of the other properties that you've purchased. After expenses.
Well, that's the nice thing about having legitimate businesses. Passive income.
Mm-hmm. I think actually someone made a comment on how to make passive income, and they're like, all you have to do is take $3 million and buy treasury bonds, and you'll make a good, 20,000 passive income.
I mean, how often? That's my question. How often do you get that 20,000? Is that a yearly passive income of 20,000?
And someone responded, "Oh yes, the thing that everyone can do to make passive income. Everyone just has a cool 3 million, ready to put in treasury bonds."
I mean, let's be clear. If I had, if I had $3 million, if I had $6 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I could buy treasury bonds and just make $40,000 every year for the rest of my life off passive income from treasury bonds, I would do it.
Wow.
I could live my life at $40,000 a year.
Yeah, I think I could easily do that as well.
But on the other hand, I had $6 million. That's probably enough money to live out the rest of my life anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't done the math. Probably enough.
Okay, so interesting. Treasury bonds, you set them for either 20 or 30 years, and they pay out a fixed rate of interest every 6 months until they mature.
So, interesting. $20,000. That's $40,000 a year for 30 years. I mean, yeah. By the way, if you had $6 million, you could take 40,000 of that every year for 150 years. I mean, there'd be some tax bullshit involved, but so even if you had 3 million, you could live 75 years without working. You lived off $40,000.
So apparently a 20-year bond is given to you at 4.5% interest.
Huh.
Okay.
I guess we should start doing something legitimate instead of. I guess we should actually start playing the game instead of,
Yeah.
discussing things that our viewers probably don't care about. For
This
that one viewer out there who's bothered to watch every stream.
I get a weird amount of views, and I think it's some people get upset with me because I just put this as cyberpunk. Because it is, and YouTube doesn't really have a different. I wouldn't call this D&D. And so this is Cyberpunk, obviously, but it may not be the same visual standard that some people expect.
You can call it Cyberpunk Red instead of Cyberpunk.
I can't though. It's a drop-down list. I mean, I do mention that in the title Cyberpunk Red, but like,
are you choosing physically what you're playing?
Yeah.
In YouTube, just don't choose anything.
I'm back.
You're supposed to set something. So I just say I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077.
That's going to annoy the hell out of people.
It's the same. It's the same.
No, it's not. But now you're just lying.
All right. Welcome back,
welcome back. Me and DK had a long conversation about random bullshit that doesn't matter.
We talked about treasury bonds.
Oh, man. Oh.
You okay?
Yeah, I ended up throwing up.
Ooh, that's never good.
We can put this off till next week if you're not feeling well.
Oh no, I'm feeling fine. When I coughed, I had phlegm block my airway, so I couldn't breathe.
DK's used to that one.
Yeah, but I'm ready.
All right. I'm not gonna make y'all start the turn tracker just yet because, in my mind, you haven't actually entered combat yet.
All right. Here's how we're gonna do this. Savia?
Yes.
You go first. And if someone tries to shoot you, well, they don't get to live anymore.
Okay, so you want me to go in this door?
Yeah. If you find someone who is hostile, well, they're not permitted to live any longer.
Sounds good to me.
You're welcome to give them warnings. But if they don't listen, well, that one's kind of their fault.
The door disappeared. Oh, there you go.
I just moved you.
So we got some people on the left side.
Oh, hey DK.
Mm-hmm.
My character and Ryder don't have vision cones.
I don't think I gave y'all vision counts.
Yeah, but that means the lighting doesn't update for my character.
Oh.
When I move into the building.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
It only updates when my
I didn't turn. Apparently, I'm gonna need to actually update y'all's avatars later, but
yeah, Ryder still doesn't have one either.
I'm setting it right now.
Pull out my grenade launcher and fire a warning shot into that room.
No, Soviet.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You shoot them if they're hostile. They have not acted hostile. You do not shoot.
Okay. How does that work?
Yep, her rigging gun works now.
Okay. Yeah, I apparently didn't have vision at all enabled. I forgot that that vision setup that I had previously didn't save over.
Hey, interesting thing, Dika.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, I can move your road gangers.
It says you can't, and I'm upset with that.
I can see their health bars, and whatnot, that they've been automatically assigned, and I was like, that's odd. And I clicked, and then I was able to click on one, and I'm like, can I move that? I can move that. I shouldn't be able to move that. I just thought I'd let you know.
Okay.
I'll try not to accidentally move them.
Yeah, supposedly you're not supposed to be able to move them, and I can't stop you. I'm gonna have to probably recreate that character sheet.
Okay.
Oh, I see what happened, and that's very disturbing. It's not pulling from the character sheet. I'm gonna replace all the tokens real quick, sorry.
Sorry, I've made this harder on you.
For some reason, like, I have the character sheet here, and when that character sheet is drawn out, it is not associated with itself. And I couldn't tell you why that is.
I find it really funny. I'm just using Soviet as my enforcer. Is that bad, Soviet?
No.
I'm just like, hey, Soviet, there are people who need shooting. Go shoot them for me.
I actually like that.
Okay. I think that's fine. You should not be able to move most of them now.
Oh, hey, I can move them now.
Don't.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I know that's physically impossible.
Are you sure?
I do find it funny that the Road Gangers character sheet was dropping tokens associated with a completely different character sheet. It was actually like targeting Nick's female people. I don't know why that is, because that character like isn't even associated with that.
All right, shall we get this show on the road?
That's up to you.
Yes.
Soviet, you're leading the pact.
So I'm just gonna stick my grenade launcher in the room and just be like, you guys can leave peacefully, or option B.
Several people in the room appear very confused.
I think this is an apartment, Soviet.
Yeah, things are about to happen, so I'm trying to get them out of here fast.
Warning to all tenants. There is currently an unexpected break-in. We are here to investigate.
You have uncovered that these were in fact squatters, who your men haven't ran into yet because these people didn't shoot your men, and your men were more concerned about the people shooting them. So I'm going to have 2 of them leave, and the other one is it only has 1 leg and is going to hobble out.
Well, I'm going to have one of my men help hobble the person out. So this is just a squatter hobble.
Yeah. You know what's funny is this is actually a bathroom.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wasn't sure if the map was high enough for resolution for that to be like completely understood. This gang member sees you, Soviet, and is going to not be happy about it. Go ahead and let us pull out the turn tracker.
Maybe you should move evil down by you first. So I would assume that evil is following, so...
I would assume
Yes.
so as well. Alright, go ahead and roll initiative.
I'm just going to roll once for my men in general.
That's fine. I'm not that picky. I can very much assume that you and your NPCs are similar reaction speed. That's fair. Alright. Oh, there you go. And I'll just let Soviet go alongside Evil.
I'm fine with that.
Alright. Go ahead, Nick. Start turn 1.
As far as I know, nothing has happened yet, so...
That's fair. I was going to let you react if you wanted to.
Yeah, no, as far as me and my men know, we're just, like, walking down towards this hallway. Nothing has happened yet, so... We aren't aware that there's a problem.
You definitely hear what sounds like suddenly a couple of footprints of, definitely people being surprised.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean hostile to us,
This
right?
is true.
Because we already know they're squatters. So. As far as we know, nothing has happened.
It's your bodyguard's turn. I assume you want her not to do anything yet.
Yep.
Okay. Soviet, it is now your turn. Both of them have pulled out what appears to be crossbows.
I'm gonna holler at Nick If it looks like they're going to shoot me, can I shoot them first?
Soviet, your
There's bad
job
guys.
is to murder bad people.
Okay. I'm gonna murder these vampire hunter looking guys. So, I'm gonna shoot.
I do
Yes.
request that you attempt to keep the building intact.
I'm using my pistol. Okay,
If you're fighting guys with crossbows, you think they'd be intimidated if they see a guy point a grenade launcher at them?
Honestly, I do hit. I hit for this one.
Alright, that's 10 feet away, which means that you missed.
Oh. Okay.
I will say, I dislike the way they do damage.
But if you want, go ahead and roll damage one more time, though. I find it funny that both hits were supposedly 14. Alright, so that person takes 20 damage as evil is going to attack them.
Yeah.
I swear this game's dice don't like me.
So, okay, I really dislike the way this game does this. Because to hit, right? With Soviet's Desert Eagle, he has to be within 6 feet. Basically means he has to be within 1 square of someone, right?
Yeah.
And then he has to get a 13. Now, Soviet's roll has Soviet has a very high skill, right? He has a rather high skill with his handgun, and he has a good stat for his handgun. But he can still technically fail to hit people if they are more than 1 square away.
I'm not really a big fan of this combat system.
Like, if any enemy is more than 2 squares away, Soviet has to roll at least an 8 to hit them.
This only makes sense if people were taking like massive amounts of cover or something.
Yeah, like this, it requires like weirdly like high levels of skill. Like, if Soviet rolls a 1, he barely hits someone 1 square away with his massive quantities of skill with a handgun.
Yeah. That's why I just have evil always hit, because, you know,
it doesn't make sense how high the DVs are for some of these things.
Yeah.
For really stupid ranges.
Yeah. I completely agree. I don't know how to fix that.
Yeah. Like here, if I use my guy's thing,
His DV is 22 to hit someone a square away.
Yeah, well, because his actually gets lower when he gets to mid range.
Yeah, but still, like 17.
Yeah, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense when auto firing. Might understand that a little more single fire, but
yeah, that's why I altered the rule for those assault rifles, because I feel like if you shoot someone at automatic at close range, you're just kind of gonna hit that person.
So I should note, DK, rolling a 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rolling a 5 with like a 6 skill, level 5 skill, and a 6 stat bonus, I still don't hit someone at the best possible range auto firing.
Yeah. And that's kind of why I went, okay, obviously the weapons are just like not designed for accuracy or something. So that's why I put a DV rule for your men's guns, and I might have to do that for everyone's at some point.
Yeah, these things don't make sense. I don't know why the game thought this made sense. I guess maybe this makes more sense if you're measuring your squares in 1 yard increments. But for some of these close range options at least, but
All right. With that, I think it's their turn. So I'm going to have both of them attack with crossbows. May I say that they're pretty good?
they apparently have a max skill in crossbows.
I didn't even make this character sheet. This is one of the pre-built Road Ganger ones.
You know, based on their stats, they will always hit. Anything less than 50 meters, they will always hit. Unless they crit fail.
Soviet, how much armor do you have?
I don't think I have. I have light armor.
How much defense does that give you?
11.
All right. You take 6 damage.
You know, that crossbow can put out double the damage one of those rifles can.
Well, I have the rifles do multiple damage. Like you take that number, it's
Well, yeah. If you're auto firing, but if you're single firing,
you can't single fire those guns.
Okay, interesting.
Even if you turn off auto fire, at least from that character sheet, I tested it. It just auto fired anyway.
It does change the DPs, interestingly, but it does still say auto fire.
Yeah. So it's like that damage multiplied by the degrees of success, which I believe then is kind of where the damage made up is. I just made them highly accurate. Anyway, I believe it is Nick's turn. You hear some heavy pistol firing, and what sounds like fuck from crossbows. You recall this is kind of the weapon you remember some of those gangs that were working with Cybertech were using.
Well, awkward because there's no space to stand here. Kind of shuffle behind Soviet here.
I will let you freely shuffle as much as you like, because I don't believe Soviet's going to stop you from trying to walk behind it.
Nope.
I think technically there is a square behind him, so
yeah,
I technically have space. Alright, I'm going to shoot one of these people and miss. Let's see, at 15 feet away.
Yeah, you hit him.
No, I didn't.
That's 7 to 12.
Oh.
I actually physically can't hit him. Oh, no. Technically I could. If I rolled a 9, I would get a 20, and if I rolled a 10, I'd be crit successing, and I'd get an extra dice anyway. It is barely possible to physically hit him with this pistol.
Yeah, I really I cannot customize the range charts at all.
Okay, I'm gonna bring one of my guys, and they're just going to shoot around this drone. So let's see. Let me check what the rule was again.
It's on the thing.
Yep. No. Yeah. It's. Oh, okay. It is on there. So anything under 100 is -10.
Yeah.
So effectively, how much is this auto fire? This is auto fire 5. Okay. DK.
Yeah.
I need to pull up a calculation. This should theoretically reduce the DV enough. 17, yeah, that'll reduce the DV enough. So let me just go ahead and you take so DK.
Yeah.
This person takes 45 points of damage.
They turn into red mist as body parts fly off.
Bring in another guy behind Soviet. He's going to like pop his gun up on Soviet's shoulder. And then I need to find the
Soviet's gonna plug that ear.
Yeah, we're gonna blow that ear out on you real quick.
So that ear has officially been plugged.
The other person is just going to take 40 points of damage.
With their 2 hit points left, they fall over and die.
They have 42 hit points. Okay, yeah, I guess they probably have armor, but
oh no, like they only had 2 hit points left, and so like you killed them in such a gorific way. They only have like 25 hit points. I'm not really sitting there calculating armor.
Hey, Soviet.
Yeah.
Soviet, I just want you to know, this still isn't as loud as one of your concerts.
Good point. Good point.
This is probably still quieter than being on stage with all of the big massive speakers around you.
But it's better to be safe than sorry.
Does Taylor want to do anything?
There's nobody left that any of us can see.
Okay.
And also, we've sort of formed a queue to get into the room.
Okay. I guess this is the perfect time for surprise. And this person is going to shoot a crossbow at Soviet.
Why are these crossbows so effective?
I don't know.
Why does this character sheet come default with such high skill level with crossbow?
I'm gonna have to compare this character sheet at a later time.
So DK, understand, right? They start they start with 16 before they roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the because I think something happened when I imported it, so I'm gonna have to look at these character sheets again.
And with the size of the room, there's not even really any point in rolling.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna hit no matter what.
Well, yeah, the main point of rolling here is determine damage, or to see if they crit fail, because if they crit fail, then technically they could not hit Sophie. But those crossbows also do a lot of fucking damage.
Yeah, I might not use those too much more. Only one of them attacks. The other one is bringing out what appears to be a pan, and is now very surprised that people are shooting at each other. They do not appear to know what's going on. And with that, it is now Soviet's turn.
How much damage did I take?
We'll say you didn't take any.
So
I'm claiming bullpuck on how much damage this crossbow is, and I'm not going to use it anymore.
So that crossbow, by the way, rolls one more dice than a heavy pistol.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm like, I'm going to have to sit down and actually like, I'm going to open up the PDFs and like compare them and see what happened here. Because I'm thinking something weird happened, because crossbows should not be this effective. Because according to this, it does 46 or something like that.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing, right? When I'm looking at my character sheet for my men, the crossbow and the very heavy pistol roll the same number of dice.
Yeah, your men are actually based on this same character sheet.
Yeah. I know, because I've seen their archery, DK. I'm looking at their ranged weapon skill. They have a 16 base in archery.
Good, Soviet. Go ahead and roll your damage. Roll your attack. Oh, hey!
Soviet definitely hit.
Yeah. All right. You do 14 damage. Who are you attacking?
The person I'm right next to.
The person with the scrambled eggs?
I guess I'm shooting this person.
Oh, that person? Okay, well, you definitely hit them. So,
It wasn't really clear which one was scrambled eggs and which one was crossbow.
yeah, that's why I asked, because I realized I may not have made that as specific as y'all probably wanted me to. So I'm like, okay, that's on me. So
there was no way to differentiate those two characters when you pulled them both out.
So do I roll damage again, seeing how I critted, or
Not how that works.
The crit system actually basically rolled a second dice.
Oh.
And it only determines increasing your chance to hit. Which generally doesn't increase your damage unless you're auto-firing away. By the way, Soviet's Desert Eagle does the same amount of damage as crossbow.
I feel like that makes... As I said, I'm going to have to look at the crossbow and, like, look at the PDFs and compare everything.
I actually don't... It doesn't... It's actually not terribly stupid that a crossbow might do a similar quantity of damage to a pistol. Right?
Yeah.
Pistols are generally fairly weak firearms, and crossbows are, fairly heavy-duty ranged weapons. But I think that they do a rather high quantity of damage against the armor that exists in this time
Holy
period.
crap, I checked. It is in fact 4d6.
Yeah.
And it cost $100.
I question some of the decisions the people who made this game made.
It should take them one full turn to reload, though.
Let's see.
Yeah, but they don't normally survive long enough to reload.
Oh, it says since because loading an arrow is part of attacking with a bow or crossbow, you never need to reload a bow or a crossbow using the reload action.
The reload action only screws you if you're using an actual gun.
Apparently, they're considered very simple to reload, which makes sense. The crossbow they're using, from what I remember, are pretty easy to load.
Also,
it's not like a medieval crossbow.
Apparently, basic arrows can always be retrieved after they are fired.
Yep, I'm reading that right now.
So you only have to buy ammunition once. Unless, of course, you do something stupid like fire a crossbow bolt into a volcano. Might have more trouble with that one.
No. Basic arrows can always be retrieved after they're fired. It doesn't matter. Apparently, if you throw them into lava, you can get them back somehow.
If you can get to them.
In which case, if they do get the one in the volcano, I vote that they should be dead.
It says they can always be retrieved.
This is where you have a crossbow wielder, shooting a bunch of hostiles while they escape a burning building, right? And they don't have time to collect their crossbow bolts. But after the building is completely burned down, they go in and they just find their crossbow bolts completely unharmed among the ashes.
Rules is written,
Not take rules literally.
Okay. It's Evil's turn.
Hey, look, Jackie has joined us.
Yeah, sorry, I work odd hours because I work Australian time. DK knows why. So, yeah.
Welcome.
Once again.
Are you going to be joining us, Jackie?
Yeah, are we late or?
We've been playing for an hour.
Oh.
We haven't gotten very far, though. We spent most of that hour screwing around discussing the imbalances of the system.
Oh, okay. My bad, actually.
That's okay, Jackie doesn't know how to join the game anyway, so I don't have to worry.
That's mean, DK.
Okay, I'll be heading out then.
I was making a joke that you never joined this particular game, and you never asked me for the link. I was going to ask you this last night after I got done, and then you had disappeared, so...
But I got DM by... Wait, let me just go down. Yeah.
Well, Jackie figures that out. It's Evil's turn.
Yeah, I rolled it for her to shoot this person.
Okay. I believe that's them dead. The confused person sees that you're hurt and puts down the pot of eggs and attempts to perform a medical check. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm going to have dinner. I'll see you later. Bye.
All right, take care, man.
Here, I thought he was actually going to join us.
I thought he was going to click on the link that I sent him.
I think you both think that Jackie, with the way he sounded, I could tell that he probably wasn't actually going to join. He sounded half dead to the world.
Yeah, but I just wanted to make sure he had the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to ensure that he knew that he had the choice.
That way,
Even if he doesn't remember.
Alright, Soviet, you heal up to full health.
even though he would probably still say, "What? You guys never said I could join."
I'm pretty sure he took what I said the wrong way, as if I wanted him to leave.
Oh,
Don't hurt yourself, Soviet.
crap.
I was just trying to tease him that he probably didn't click the link I sent him.
How long are you here for, DK?
About 40 minutes.
It might be possible to get halfway through the building, end the session, and have Jackie intervene next session.
Yeah.
I will thank. I do want to thank the person for helping me.
They're super appreciative. They grab their frying pan, and they let you know that the door that you're looking for is over here, which will take you in the direction you're trying to go.
I'm gonna sign him a quick autograph and be like, "This will be worth something one day."
The person seems
Probably already
very
is.
appreciative and returns their frying pan and food back to the kitchen.
The door's over there.
You help Nick with his Congo line.
Nope.
Sorry.
This is an awkward way to set up the kitchen. I would probably not have personally set the kitchen up like that.
Did I open the right door? Or is it this door that I was supposed to open?
It doesn't
There
matter.
are two doors here.
Yeah, there's a door that goes into the kitchen and then a door to leave the kitchen.
Oh no, they both open up into this room next door.
There are there's supposedly two doors that exit the kitchen.
I'm just going to assume that that was a mistake that was made by the automatic program. But that's hilarious.
Can I see this person through the window?
If you can see them, you can see them.
Okay, the next question. Are they holding a crossbow?
No.
Are we in an alleyway?
Yes.
Okay.
I
I
was
was like, I was wondering that because it was doing weird things with shadows on the edge here, and I'm like, is this an alleyway?
Yeah.
The program is bugging out a little bit.
Okay, I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over here, open this window, and just aim my gun at it and be like, "If you're a civilian, run. If you're a bad guy, drop your weapon or die."
I mean, couldn't you just start by looking and seeing if they have a weapon?
No, I'm too afraid to be stuck out where I can get hit by an instant hit crossbow again.
I mean, I would think that would be something you'd be able to observe, whether or not they just have a weapon in their hand.
The person is apparently attempting to deduct what you exactly want from them. They can't actually hear you very well, so they start waving at you. And they're now going to attempt, let's see, I guess I need to do lip reading.
I did open the window, though.
If we're not technically in combat, could I just go through the door over here?
Yeah, feel free.
I'm just going to enter the building.
They turn and wave at you.
I'm just going to walk over. Hello.
And they are now signing with their hands.
I'm going to.
Oh, they're deaf.
I'm going to indicate to my gun. And I'm going to indicate towards the other building.
The person looks a bit confused, but kind of gets the idea that you want them to leave. They're not sure why you want them to leave, but
there are lots of people with guns marching into this area.
Yeah, it's like you've made your point. They don't know why you want them to leave, but they're pretty sure they should probably leave.
So,
into this center area with the big bad anyway.
Do you want to go in the top door or the bottom door? If we go in two different doors, we could ambush.
Follow-up idea. I'll send my men through both doors. So we can reach the bottom door. My men will act as cover. We need to give Soviet one of these rifles.
I am not very good with those rifles.
You don't have to be very good with them.
I mean, I suppose I could throw a couple skill points next time into it.
Well, you don't have to be very skilled with them, Soviet, because let me roll an attack to demonstrate. If say an enemy is if an enemy is less than 100 meters, you get a -10 to DV range. By the way, DK, I'm looking at this and realizing it doesn't actually have a DV range for over 100 meters. So the other part of that skill doesn't matter.
It does matter. I just manually remember what the DV should be. I base this off of my knowledge that most assault rifles are designed to hit something 100 meters away. That's what that rule is based off of. And I did laugh how there was no non-applicable. You could never hit anything past 100 meters, which made no sense to me.
There are lots and lots of guns that are made to hit things much farther than 100 meters. I mean, well, there are rifles you can hit things from miles away.
Oh yeah. There's definitely weapons you could hit stuff like 1,000 kilometers away, or 1,000 meters.
The Soviet? Shall we kick the doors in? Go rescue my men.
Can I finally use my special thing I've been waiting to use?
You want to fire a grenade in there?
Yes.
All right. Fire a grenade in there.
Yay! Sword.
So, let me just go ahead and set the scene here. Also, that is a bullshit DV for a grenade launcher. You don't actually need to hit someone with the grenade to hurt them.
Yeah, I'm just shooting into the room.
Grenades are really good at hitting people who are not directly on top of them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That got to me a little bit.
I'm not gonna even bother reading that DV. What I will do is, can you roll me a 1d10, Soviet?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So I'm gonna assume a minor deviation. Okay. So can you show me where you were targeting with the grenade?
Right about here.
Okay.
Somewhere in this general area.
Cool. I'm going to say that with 4, the deviation is roughly where this guy is.
Oh.
I think that's fair, right?
Yeah.
So what's the blast radius?
1 second.
Hey, wait.
Oh, it has to be fire too.
Yeah.
You can technically fire it twice.
Yeah.
I don't. Rate of fire 2, standard magazines. Yes. I don't know. It doesn't tell me.
Probably because it's on the actual grenade.
Good point.
Probably on the actual ammunition type.
What kind of grenade was it?
Just a regular. One of them that came in it. Just the regular boom grenade.
Was it incendiary?
No, not yet. Yeah, I was just using like regular grenades.
I'm looking at the different grenades. There's flashbang, incinerary, EMP, biotoxin, smoke, poison, tear gas, and sleep, and armor-piercing grenades.
Well, it probably came with 4 of the armor-piercing ones in it. I don't know. I also have armor-piercing grenades. When using this ammunition, it don't tell me range either.
You know, that's the kind of thing you think would.
Apparently, it's not an AoE weapon, which is interesting.
But it's a grenade. That's the point of a grenade.
I'm starting to believe that this game might not know what it's supposed to be.
I'm starting to wonder if this rule set was secretly made for D&D.
Okay. I'll make you a deal. I'll have to think about some of this a little bit, but do you want the other grenade to hit that guy or the other grenade to hit someone else?
The other grenade to hit someone else.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna have them fire and kind of like spread out. And I'm going to assume that this is an offense grenade and not a defense grenade. Offense grenades have a less area of effect than a defense grenade. And I'm just gonna say both of those people are deleted. They just deliver this.
Now, as I was trying to get into, I was gonna set the scene here a little bit.
Oh, go for it.
What happened here is we cracked the door, right? So we aimed, shot 2 grenades, and then the moment the explosions went off, we kicked down the doors. There was no chill involved in this.
Well, I am still kind of mad I got shot with an arrow.
This is like Ready or Not SWAT style stuff. We threw a grenade into the room and then we breached the room aggressively. We opened fire on them.
But instead of it being flashbangs, they were actual grenades.
Because we don't care about taking prisoners.
Alright. So I will let you also attack with evil.
Oh. Man, I wish I could attach my grenade launcher to evil.
Need to get a second grenade launcher for that.
Alright, I'm gonna say that did 22 damage because 11 times 2 is 22.
Hey, Soviet.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Mass Effect 2?
Yeah.
You remember that scene at the start of the game where you have to get into the quarantine zone? And the lady's like, "You're letting them in, but not me? You don't have a grenade launcher, lady."
Yes.
Get lost. Which is that's a pretty fair response.
You know, I actually need to beat this game. I have the whole Legendary Edition for my PlayStation.
Mass Effect 2 has some of the funniest lines.
I'll admit, I do own the Legendary Edition, but the only reason I own it, I bought it merely to mock Nick. Because it was downloading super slow for him, or unlocking super slow. And so, like, I just purchased and downloaded and played it, and he was still, like, trying to make it work. And I'm like, haha, that was the only reason I bought it. I didn't buy it for any other reason.
Because I preloaded it, but it was actually taking longer to unencrypt than it would have taken to just uninstall and reinstall it.
Last night I started playing some Saints Row.
So,
Oh, did you get that?
funny enough,
I'm playing the first one,
Oh,
or
okay.
not the first one. The remake of the first one.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna have my men open fire.
Okay, go for it.
I'm just gonna have them move into the room quick. And in a totally unnecessary manner, I'm going to have all 4 of them fire. In a method that is probably massively overkill.
So after you execute those 2 men,
Okay, look, you didn't even wait to have me start calculating damage.
was it going to? I was like, yeah. You know what's funny is the game doesn't even have those hit at the damage markers that I gave. It, like, the character sheet overrides the damage I put in. I don't know if you noticed that.
I didn't, because I... Oh, yeah, it says 1d2.
Yeah, it doesn't care.
Yeah. Still rolls 2d6 every time.
If I didn't think that all our character sheets would melt if I switched to a different Cyberpunk character sheet, I would.
Yeah. I blame Jackie.
I blame Jackie too.
This is entirely his fault.
I'll be honest, this is the default style for red in Roll20, but like there's like 3 different Cyberpunk character sheet styles.
You know, while I'm fine to move mine over, I do question whether it would be worth it and how annoying it would be for DK.
I don't know. I'd have to push the button and wait in horror.
Oh.
Because, like,
you know, there's nothing stopping you from doing it on the old game.
that's true.
Or starting a new one, porting a character sheet over, and then doing it there. Just to see what can happen. Oh, well, we've cleared the building, boys.
What about this last room?
What?
Oh.
The last room was where my troops were. The rest of the building is clear. My men were in that side of the building. They were supposed to support Jackie. Jackie attempted to enter the building. But obviously, Jackie didn't exist for that. So I guess we can leave through a window?
Did you want to clear out the rest of the bad guys?
Are there more bad guys in this building?
Not in the building. In the previous building. There's
In the previous?
I'm sorry. Apparently, I'm going to blame the map for not... I'm just going to leave the door open. There we go. Y'all should be able to see it now.
See what?
Let me move one of your guys in there, and... Do you see something you didn't see before?
Oh, okay. That door.
Yeah, I'll move your guy back.
I thought we had to go out onto the street by where Jackie was supposed to spawn. I was deeply confused. God, I can't move them all as a group. Because they're too big to fit through the doors.
If you want, you could just tell me and I can move them as a group.
Just move everybody over myself, yeah. Officer Jenna will never know what happened. Only that there was lots of gunfire. Alright, Soviet?
Yes.
Going to approach this diplomatically, alright?
Okay.
Understand? Alright. For the opening move of our diplomacy, we're going to fire a grenade.
Alright.
I'm sorry, I thought I'd screwed you a little bit there.
Oh.
Yeah, the opening move is we should fire grenades at the people on the right side.
Oh, well, that's what I did.
Yeah,
do I still need to roll the 1d10, or seeing how I critted?
I'll just take that. I disliked the idea that you could miss with a grenade launcher that close.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense.
That's not how grenade launchers work that are military. I don't know if you know this, there's a minimum fuse time. So it should actually have a minimum range. Because the fuse won't activate up close.
I mean, I suppose technically, if you shot it and it hit something, it could sit on the ground. Sorry. It could sit on the ground and then explode, but a lot of grenades are still built not to do that.
Particularly grenades that are fired from a grenade launcher, because the idea is there's a minimum fuse time, so you don't kill yourself with it.
Yeah.
It's a safety feature.
Yeah. Yes, the safety features will actually not set the grenade off if it doesn't go far enough before it hits something.
Yeah, this is where I'm seeing there's a DV for being CQC with a grenade launcher. I'm assuming these are only offense grenades or something like that.
Yeah, why can't I physically stick my grenade launcher in someone else's mouth and have the option to miss? And more importantly, why is it still going to blow up?
Don't know. I'm sorry. I feel like this is definitely not.
Look. I'd understand if this is some shitty grenade launcher off the street, but this is a Militech grenade launcher. I don't believe
upsets me that I
Militech
can't
would do this.
adjust these ranges at all. Because personally, I would never let you use a grenade launcher in CQC.
Also, it screws with me because it doesn't have any system for an explosion radius. There's no the grenade lands near someone and still hurts them.
Yeah.
You don't have to directly impact someone with a grenade.
I'm guessing they're just not taking into the idea of anything past offensive grenades, which are designed to minimize the explosion radius, but I don't know. I don't know. Personally, I think you should just throw a D&D template, but I guess these are apparently mini grenades or something. I don't know.
I mean, at that point, you could consider them more like mini RPGs. They just explode on impact.
Like little, in the Mandalorian where he has those little rocket things that come out of his glove.
No, because I didn't watch The Mandalorian.
Oh, fair enough. By the way, I sent screenshots of the other 4 Cyberpunk character sheet designs.
They all look horrible.
I would like to mention that the first one's not bad because it has all the skills and just maybe a far more simplistic of a chart.
Yeah. It'd be easier to tell Aerith where things are.
Yeah.
But they're also much smaller and harder to read.
Definitely one of those looks like it's a pen and paper type thing.
Yeah, I love looking at the second one and going, that's just a D&D character sheet. Laid out slightly differently.
Anyway, who are you heading with this?
This person and this person.
Alright, they both take 22 damage, which drops them down to 3 each. I'm not going to count their armor because that's stupid.
Isn't he using armor-piercing grenades anyway?
Yeah.
Alright.
And that the second roll is the pistol roll is for evil.
Okay.
And she would have shot both of the people I shot to.
Because one person is behind the other, I'm going to calculate that one goes down and the second pistol blast takes out the person behind them, just from a ballistics potential.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, at least you're not trying to make, silly excuses like that take guard in Fallout New Vegas.
So I guess that's one way to make an entrance.
Yeah. Diplomacy. Again. So be it.
I like your diplomacy, Nick.
So I assume we're following Evil's plan of settling this peacefully with some violence?
Yep.
Well, they shot at us. It's my property. I have a right to defend my property.
Yep.
They shot me with an arrow, and I have the right to defend myself.
Exactly. This is just where I'm... You know what I need? I need, like, a megaphone to yell at all of them and be like, to all hostiles, further violence will be reciprocated with excessive quantities of violence. Just having the firing squad enter. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I noticed there's 7 people in this room.
Yeah.
Which is quite interesting because I have 6 men and 1 bodyguard.
Yeah.
As it turns out. Let's just go ahead and casually use the rifle to shoot this person.
Okay, one of them is dead.
Okay. Going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The last person falls down to the ground, realizing that this is the end of their gang.
We solved this violently.
And with that, falls to the ground and takes their own life. So they all died at the same time, on the same day, under the cherry blossoms.
Is this where Jenna walks in? And starts finding corpses as she makes her way over here?
She definitely wouldn't find 4 of them because they kind of went poof.
Yeah. But she'd find their blood splatters.
Good point.
And their
maybe a hand.
You know.
I thought that there was supposed to be a boss.
There was, you killed them.
Oh. Was that one of the people that died by the grenade launcher, or...
They were killed by Nick's firing squad. No,
Oh.
no, the boss actually took their own life after you wiped out their entire gang.
we just walked in and went, "Fuck you." I think it'd be really funny if Jenna comes in from like the
here.
door behind us.
Yeah, I had her walk around.
I believe that her first question should be, who gave him a grenade launcher?
Upon seeing all this, she says nothing and then just leaves.
Don't forget to report this to Jackie.
Do you think we're gonna get in trouble?
Well, I own the building.
Yeah, good point. And I am technically an employee as a guard, or...
I mean, to be fair, they shot at us, you know?
I am keeping that arrow that hit me, too.
Like, we're legally in the right. They shot at my people. We own the building.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good
You
point.
hear Jenna saying, "Alright, everyone, head home. It's been resolved."
I
looks-
just want to go.
She does look annoyed, but not at y'all, like on how long it took them to get someone to lockpick these doors.
I just want to like follow out to just see all the bullshit that happened. Just see the cops, you know.
You see what looked like SWAT vehicles, riot shields were being prepared. There were like 6 teams that were getting ready, and they had to finish lockpicking.
I'm just gonna wave at the officers I know, you know.
And several of them see you and realize, was he the property owner?
Hi, gentlemen. How's it going? Don't worry. I already took care of the squatters that were squatting on my property.
You discover that this is the survivors of the gang that attacked the police station. Since so many of them were killed in that police raid, some of the survivors had squatted off into this building for safety.
You know, just cleaning out squatters, gentlemen. No.
You hear
Gotta get
Jenna
this-
calling for the industrial hoses.
Just you know, we gotta get this property developed, and hard to do that when you got squatters in the building. The idea that the cops know exactly who I am.
You know,
I
you're
did-
gonna put us or Jackie into an early grave. You know that, right?
He seems to be working on that himself. You know, I gotta keep him alive somehow. So just deal with his problems, so he doesn't ever have to worry about them.
You see the special crime scene investigators now pulling out their big, like full-on, full-body suits with like little mini ACs in them. Getting ready to don their spacesuits so they can start attempting to obtain evidence.
I like how Jenna's the only member of the squad who's actually doing anything.
Because this is ironically the reason I picked her is because this is the only person that Jackie gave instructions to do things. So the other ones aren't authorized to do anything.
I think the best part about this is realizing there are a significant number of police officers from Jackie Station who know exactly who I am, based solely on the shit that happened at the police station. So, I mean, I saved a not insignificant number of lives.
That's true. And now, Orange Boulevard is now under your control. Go ahead and roll a 1d10.
Oh, and I'm playing a concert like usual after our escapades.
Yep, in the middle of all the corpses for the crime scene investigators.
Yes.
I like that. I'm looking at my building attributes, by the way, and I just see that one of them is called Dixon Moore. I don't remember what that is.
I guess I'll need to go look.
I wonder if that was. That's probably the tackle shop. Wasn't there like a bait and tackle shop or something?
Oh, Dex and more. Oh, sorry, Docks and more. It's a dock. It's a joke. Play on words. B4 is the bait shop. Docks and More is the dock in District B.
By the way, theoretically, the strip mall should now have evil Wi-Fi.
Yeah, let me update that.
Oh, Jenna. One thing. The police station is going to be getting some updated security. Do not be alarmed.
Alright, so, as of right now, the evil Wi-Fi has spread to the loading bar, the gold warehouse, and the strip mall.
Oh.
And next session, it will expand to the police station. And you currently have level 1 investment in Docks and More.
So, did I get any new fans?
I'm gonna, go ahead and roll a 1d10.
The only fan Soviet has gotten is the deaf person.
That's not good.
You may add 4 more fans to your total fan list.
And they're all squatters.
Apparently the live stream didn't go over so well. Some people were kind of offended with all the bodies.
They felt that the giant wall of intestines up against the car was a deep political statement that they found offensive.
I don't want any snowflakes as fans, anyways.
Oh no! It wasn't the people watching the live stream. It was the live stream service decided not to push the stream out and ending it early. Because the streaming service got offended.
Good thing I was streaming on more than one platform.
Yeah, who would have thought Microsoft would have let you go on their platform, but apparently they needed it for their platform. It's called Dixer.
He's apparently the only one using it. mean, nobody's watching him on the platform, but he is their number one creator. Because he's the only creator.
Well, seeing how it's most likely just banned from
See, Soviet, you're being treated this way on the other platforms because, you're not big enough to matter to them, so they can enforce their rules against you. If you were more important, then they wouldn't enforce the rules. Like existing content platforms.
It's really weird. Is I recall where Remy complained that y'all aren't standardizing your rules. And so what YouTube decided was just to go off and punish more people. And he's like, that really wasn't what I was trying to get at. So he came up with the following. I don't want your help anymore, YouTube. Don't want your help.
YouTube has this massive problem of it has a tendency to aggressively enforce rules against legitimate creators, but completely ignoring actual bad actors.
Yeah. I believe there's in fact entire content farms that content those gold play buttons that are just continuously re-uploading the same videos. Anyway, or worse, like that craft video that has people doing extremely dangerous things that are actually not real.
Or just all the new AI voiceover shorts that are just, really, really, really terrible, descriptions of anime, and then lying about with titles that lie about what's actually going on.
No.
Those have become really popular for the content mills.
I definitely recall where an AI voice attempts to describe a scene from a movie, but it's the lowest effort description of the movie, as if I was going to describe it to someone who has never seen a movie before. Like if I was going to explain it to a small child, and it was if say you have say a movie with Spider-Man in it. A dude walks along the walls. Don't refer to him in any way. Stay away from names. It's a man, a woman, whatever. The only time I've seen the anime one is when it's showing a clip from the anime, and it's usually followed by me. Oh, I should go watch that, and then I go watch that.
Yeah. I've noticed a lot of them where it shows the clip from the anime, but deletes all sound to do the AI voiceover to explain what's happening badly in the clip. And then of course you have no way of knowing what it's actually come from, because it won't list the name of the anime anywhere.
Yes, that's my favorite.
You have to check the comments to see if anybody bothered to figure it out. Alright, it is 11, so we should definitely let D8 go.
I think this is a good stopping point. Anyway, congratulations. Also, Soviet, I need you to roll me 2 1d10s.
Alright, since we're getting off, I'm going to head out and go to the bathroom and go to bed.
Alright, good night, Nick.
Alright, I see a 6 and a 9, right?
Yes.
Alright. Go ahead and give yourself $1,500.
Alright.
And Soviet, you're in charge of reminding me to give enhancement points to everyone next session.
Everyone but Jackie.
Yeah.
All right, I'll remember.
All right. Also, to let you know, we will not be playing next week.
Okay.
So,
Playing this game or the other game?
Cyberpunk.
Okay. Alright, sounds good. Well, I'm gonna hop off here, go to the bathroom, and I might lay back down for a little bit myself.
All right. Well, take it easy.
Alright, talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Very well.